Hello again, it's John Bommarito with another Acoustic Alternatives playlist for your Sunday morning, or any time really, listening pleasure. It's a mix of artists from Michigan, Canada, and really all over the place today. No theme, just good acoustic-based music. I couldn't stop adding songs this week, so instead of the usual 25, you get 30 bonus tracks. The Avett Brothers starting things off. Back in the day at the radio station I am most known for being part of, our morning host, Martin Bandyke, emceed a fantastic session with the Avett Brothers in front of a live audience. I didn't know or remember that this great performance of one of my favorites from this band existed on such a quality video. Big thanks to the team at Borders for capturing it that day. A very nice chat by Martin and the band before the first song on this week's playlist, January Wedding, live at Borders in downtown Ann Arbor. Second on the list today, a band whose first album really impressed me, and I've been a fan of their live shows ever since, and their records as well, Delta Ray. I was trying to think of some great voices I haven't yet featured on the program, and this band came to mind. They had one of the most successful Kickstarter campaigns in the history of Kickstarter. They raised a ridiculous amount of money for the two records they plan to release this year. One of them is out, the other is presumably on the way. They are also big supporters of someone I am a big supporter of, and that would be Liz Longley. Liz's new record, Funeral from My Past, is getting better with every listen. These acoustic versions on today's show aren't officially sanctioned videos by Liz, so please look at the notes on the video and consider buying the acoustic EP. I put a link on it for you there. She has them for sale on the website, and I want her to get some support because she deserves it. She also had a very successful Kickstarter campaign, not quite as big as Delta Ray's, but with no concerts to play. To support this album in person, she, like many others, is turning to live streams and performing regularly throughout the week. They are excellent. Catch one of those. The fourth song on the list this week comes from the Airborne Toxic event. It's called Numb, the bombastic version, as they call this one. This band is finally back with new material, and it's quite good. There's nothing acoustic available from the album just yet, so I went back to older material from them. I've been feeling all sorts of feels the last few months. Like Mikal sings in the song, right now I just want to be numb. Although I kind of am already. Michigan talent that relocated to Nashville, Katie Peterson. She is a super sweet human being and a mighty fine singer and songwriter. I wish the audio quality was a little better on this video, but it's a song that needs to be heard, a voice that needs to be heard and supported. I miss having her as part of the Michigan music scene. Check out Katie Peterson when you get a chance. Chastity Brown just released something new this week that reminded me of how much I liked her last album, so I found this acoustic-ish performance of the song called Drive Slow. She was a recent guest at the Ann Arbor Folk Festival, and I enjoyed her set very much. Another one from Delta Ray this week. They are sprinkled throughout the playlist. This is one of those songs, I can just feel it. It's called No Peace in Quiet. It hurts how good this one is. Sometimes you don't want to be alone with your thoughts. I think that's the message of this song. The Guy That Says Goodbye to You is out of his mind. This is one of my favorite all-time songs, Griffin House. I wish I had written this one. He continues to put out quality albums, and he's worth exploring deeper if you like this one. Quote, I hope you're like your men, sweet and polite. You don't need to change a thing about you, babe. I'm telling you from where I sit, you're one of a kind. Ah, beautiful stuff. Something from the band from Ireland, U2, and something more recent from them, a love song called You're the Best Thing About Me, in an acoustic version. Love the line, you're the best thing that's ever happened to boy, the kind of trouble that you enjoy. Good stuff. Alison Krauss and James Taylor teaming up for a version of How Is the World Treating You? This is available on Alison's 100 Miles or More, a collection. The timeless song about a broken heart, originally by Chet Atkins. Beautifully written. This is probably the best version ever recorded. Liz Longley's Torture not making its first appearance on this particular program, the Acoustic Alternative Show, but this is a new acoustic version from that EP I featured earlier. It's one of my favorite songs of the year. I feel the ache just as Liz had written it, because she's one of the most underrated songwriters out there and can just reach you with a song. This band, Lady A, as they are now known as, falls under the country category, and I'm not super familiar with them, I'll be honest, but I paid attention to them because they recently dropped Antebellum from their name. It had been criticized for its associations with romanticized ideas of the pre-war slavery-ridden American South, and so they dropped Antebellum. This song was moving, so I included it. Jan Arden is an artist I really admire from Canada. She's very successful there with a TV show called Jan, several books, including the last one I've read from start to finish, which deals with losing her aging parents. She's funny, she's sensitive, and she should be more well-known in the States, but she's not. She's joined on this track called Mend, which can often, and often does, bring tears to my eyes, by Blue Rodeo's Jim Cuddy. Speaking of Blue Rodeo, they fall into the same category as Jan. Huge in Canada, little success here. Bad Timing is the name of this one, and this one plays out like a movie in my head. I can just see it unfold. I was searching for a good version to play of this song, and I found this one, although I've never heard them perform it with Oh Susanna before. Lovely and nice to have the backstory from the two main band members before the song, too. Your homework is to seek out the regular album version of Bad Timing by Blue Rodeo that Jim Cuddy handles all the lead vocals on instead of just harmony vocals. Another Blue Rodeo track, two of my favorites together. Yes, please, Sarah McLachlan joins them for this version. Though I generally prefer Jim Cuddy's lead vocals, this one has lead vocal by Greg Keeler and is a standout from the band's catalog. I'm feeling a bit lost lately, so this one fits for sure. We've just gotten to the middle of the show with Vienna Tang and a song called Soon Love Soon. This is a live favorite from an artist I've seen more than pretty much any other artist until she mostly gave up music for a, quote, stable job. I've actually been on stage singing this with her more than once. Well, not just me, which is good because my voice isn't that good, but other willing participants who can actually sing too were there. This one holds a special place in my heart. Another one from Delta Ray. This song of theirs is the one that got the most airplay. It's called If I Loved You. It's a real heartbreaker for sure. The radio version features Lindsey Buckingham from Fleetwood Mac. Okay, enough being sad. How about some hopeful lyrics from the War and Treaty and a great message as well. This one's called We Are One. Big things are ahead for this duo who have roots in Michigan. A Washtenaw County, Michigan resident who hasn't released anything in a while, but was inspired by current events and turned out a powerful song, Carrie Lynn Roach and the Saints turn out Raging Fires. Well done, my friend, if you are listening. The band Tears for Fears have three of my very favorite albums of the 80s. The one called Mad World was originally on their debut, and it was covered by Gary Jules in 2001 to great success. The song's original singer, Kurt Smith, sort of borrows from that cover in this arrangement, which he sings with his daughter. Really cool version. I like it a lot. Another one from Liz Longley's new album. This one's called Finally High, another acoustic version you can find on the Great EP on her website. Have you bought it yet? Liz writes great love songs and great breakup songs. Is this a love song or I Finally Got Over You song? You decide. I really couldn't get enough of Delta Ray this week, so I put in Bottom of the River acoustic. This one is certainly powerful to see live. Hopefully they return to the stage soon. Airborne Toxic Event making a return to the playlist as well. Another one done in a bombastic version. I really love the playing of the glasses that's used in the beginning of this song. Rock bands can unplug and be just as powerful as is proved on this. Played something from Kurt Smith of Tears for Fears. I've been exploring some of my favorite songs from the 80s lately, some of the lesser played ones. Although this one got a fair amount of airplay on rock radio stations. Triumph's Magic Power, performed by Rick Emmett, the lead singer. This is one of my life's theme songs. The magic power of the music is in me. I hope I don't lose it. I really like this band from the Metro Detroit area, the Timbre of Cedar. A super nice bunch of people, and they make really good music too. This is a new version of What If Love, which you can find on their latest release. Not the acoustic version, though. Rochester, Michigan's Pride and Joy. Olivia Millershin, now going by Olivia Deer. She moved to Troy, I believe, but no matter. This is an older one from Olivia before that name change, and features the winner of Season 8 of The Voice, Sawyer Fredericks. The same year Sawyer won The Voice, he covered a May Earlywine song and got to sing with one of May's friends, and a friend of mine, another mega talent from Michigan, Joshua Davis, who happened to place in the top 3 that season of The Voice. They did this cool cover of Dobie Gray's 70s hit Drift Away on the program. Joshua without Sawyer Fredericks this time, some of his super talented Michigan friends. Nice to see them getting some love from Paste Magazine on this session from 2017 of Always Going to Be Here. Josh and his former bandmates from Steppin' In It, although they play from time to time, have a side project called Shout, Sister Shout, and that is just freaking awesome. That side project features Rachel Davis, no relation to Josh Davis, and she leads the girls in Sweetwater Warblers on this live take of Hallelujah, a song I just can't get enough of. They have 2 releases, get them both. Finally, one of the songs from my funeral playlist, I know that's depressing, the very uplifting Dance in the Graveyards. When I die, I hope people can remember a happy me, a helpful me, and a good friend, and celebrate that by dancing in my honor. That's this week's playlist. Thanks for listening.